From the campus of New York University today, we get a sense of how young people have reacted to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States of America so far. Whether it's the Central Park event or the event at the Madison Square Garden, it's a trip that's got a lot of people talking. But what is Gen Next thinking about this visit so far? We're in front of NYU Stern School of Business talking to a bunch of young people. What do you think so far?
I think it's a very positive moment for India as a country. You know, you've seen the first Prime Minister who has really brought about a wave, a positive change in minds of people. He's not focusing on the negatives, but more on the positives. I was fortunate enough to go to the Global Citizen Festival.
Oh, at Central Park?
Yes.
Did you ever think you'd see Hugh Jackman and Narendra Modi on the same stage?
No, it was a brilliant combination. I think the first thing he announced was by 2019, bringing in toilets to all the Indian households.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very positive step for India, and we are very proud of him.
Okay, but let me ask you, there are those critics who say that the media is overhyping this visit, is giving it too much coverage, is giving it too much importance. Do you think the media is overhyping it, or do you think it's reflecting what a number of people we're meeting here actually feel?
I feel, as Indians, I think everyone is excited, like the PM is here. And media, I wouldn't say it's overhyping it, but we should keep it at, some sense of level. Like, you should keep a good level of that.
I don't really think that the media is hyping it because we've never known of any Indian Prime Minister who's had a rock star kind of a reception over here. Central Park speech, sharing stage with Hollywood celebrities, and the Madison Square speech today was one of the most galvanizing speech from...
Wait, did you watch it?
No, I was watching it live from home.
You want to add to that?
I had gone to MSG for...
Oh, you went there?
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was a crazy atmosphere. I've never in my life thought I would see something like this.
Crazy atmosphere how?
Because I'm initially from Bombay, so I felt like I'm already in a Wankhede stadium, and all the people are shouting Modi's name whenever you get...
You mean it felt more like a cricket match than it did like a politician?
That was the first thing I thought. When I entered MSG, there were so many people waving the Indian flag. I mean, there was so much positive atmosphere, a lot of unity, and that was the first thing which I was so shocked that because he's a politician, right? He's not a superstar nor a cricketer, and such a huge fan following. There is something different about him, and I'm really believing.
No, I want to ask you guys. But do you think that that one person is being overloaded with too many expectations, and that this hype could prove to be, in a sense, counterproductive in the end? Because there isn't anyone who has a magic wand who can come and change everything.
I feel he raised a very good point in today's speech. He said that government has been happening for many years. He wanted to do governance. Yeah. And his point was that Gandhi gave us something what we are giving him back.
But my question is slightly different. Let me get you in on this. That do you think that never before there's been a focus on an individual in this manner? Is that healthy or is that unhealthy?
I just feel that people of India have their hopes on him. Yes, that's true. But I feel like he's shown us results. You know what I mean? Like in Gujarat, we can see the change happening.
Are you from Gujarat?
No. But when we've seen that change happening, I mean, I feel pretty confident in having my faith in him. And I feel like the rest of India also does that. So it's definitely not overrated.
Okay. Sorry, you want to add?
I think what you're saying is correct, but we, with the kind of position in which India is, the mood in which Indian people are, we need a figure like this who can bring in hope and positive environment to the country.
But I want to ask you guys, today at Madison Square Garden, obviously the supporters were there in the thousands, and they're clearly outnumbered by many, many thousands, the protesters. But there were still protesters outside, and they were still protesting about a past that they believe Mr. Modi has not addressed enough. Do you think that continues to be an issue, the fact that he as Prime Minister needs to reach out to his critics or those who see him with a certain degree of skepticism as well?
I think as a person, considering Modi has such a powerful charisma, and at the same time, since he has started implementing measures in India, I think it shall take him time to use those measures in order to able to answer to his skeptics who are kind of critiquing him on all these issues. With regards to the riots as well, I think enough investigation has been done into the matter, and he has been vindicative of all those allegations. So at the end of the day, I think he has answered it. He's answered his skeptics and critics.
Yeah. But do you think one person can? I'm asking this again because the expectations are so intense.
Yeah. The expectations are definitely intense, but the fact that he's demonstrated himself to be a very powerful orator. He's given amazingly brilliant speeches. He's won over so many people, especially in the past 3 days. I was not really a Modi fan.
You weren't?
Yeah, and
were you a Modi critic?
I was a Modi critic, especially because of the Godhra riots. But I think that there are many different sides to a story. He's done so much. Every Gujarati person that I personally know swears by the work that he has done in Gujarat.
What made you change your mind? What made you move from being a Modi critic to a Modi fan?
I think because he's doing good work. He talks about foreign policy and he is kind of focusing on that. He's meeting different leaders. He's trying to do good work for the country. And he's starting at a very lower level in India as well. He is doing, these things take time. He's just assumed office, right?
What has stood out for you in the visit so far?
He has represented India in such a manner that no politician has till now.
What has he done different? Give any one of you give me an example.
Brand, like all the countries that you see, US, it's like a brand. US is not just a country for the people. It's like a brand they've created, and now India is also a brand. Like the Make in India campaign, it projects India as a brand that you can hold up to.
It gives India a global picture, a very strong picture. Like so many people came to meet him just to listen his speech. Like never such a thing has happened.
But we're outside the business school at NYU, so I have to ask. There are those who believe he hasn't moved fast enough on economic reforms. So do any of you have a take on that?
Yeah, actually, he has not moved fast enough, and I think people are saying that he has time till the next budget to improve the policies, to improve the, bring in labor laws and stuff, so people can make investment in India. So, but actually.
It's like we can see the best stock market rise when Modi was there. So it was the highest till ever.
Yeah, but has he moved on reforms?
No, it's not about the reform, but like I being an international student, I'm worried about the dollar prices. So it's like from 70 to 55 to 60 right now. So it's good for me.
What has stood out for you on his trip so far?
So I was at the Global Citizens Festival, and I think part of what was very high impact with him appearing and engaging the youth and appearing with Hugh Jackman, and it speaks to what you're saying, that one person can only do so much. But the job of a leader is really to set the moral commitments and the moral priorities. And it's very important, it's very savvy of him to appear and to engage.
A smart political decision to be at the center.
Also to make commitments, like he made commitments about sanitation, he made real promises. It sets a tone and a moral commitment that really guides reforms. And maybe that's the best that one can hope for.
So are there others like her who were critics and have now become supporters? Were you like that as well?
Yes, I was as well. And I think considering the progress and development that happened in Gujarat, and also the fact of him being such a strong person that could, I think, if not lead India, but I think put India down a very strong path for the future, I think I definitely would put my faith and hope in him.
Just quickly.
The one positive thing that Narendra Modi has brought to the Indian political discourse is that he's changed the way that politicians talk. Before, politicians used to talk about useless stuff. Now, at least he's got his priorities right. He's talking about sanitation, employment, and education.
All right. It's quite obvious that it's a big thumbs up, at least from all of you who's sitting here at NYU, and a number of people saying here that they may not have started off as fans of Narendra Modi, but today he's persuaded them to think otherwise.